it. Oh,
We will need to be extremely wary.
it's easy to get back to these guys, like if you only have 2 by swapping out, then you can get up to 3. So swapping out is pretty useful. Basically, if I get bad at fighting, I can swap out with another character and get another chance.
Hey, is everyone alright?
So it's kind of nice. I really like that swap out ability. It turns out to be very useful if you screw up or if you just want to put out more damage. Something's written on the monolith. The chalice that bears a symbol and that commands the flowing water. Should the chalice be filled with water and its mark turn blue, the water shall be as a well to thwart your path. Oh, as a wall, I should say. Should the chalice be dried by flame and its mark turned white, the impending water shall lie still, opening the path before you. So basically, these waters are in the way. To get them out of the way, we've got to set the chalice on fire or something and make it white. Also, for all the complaining I did earlier, this temple, I would say, is significantly different from the sewer/earth dungeon or wherever we were at last. You know, when we first teleported away. So this is... Oh, okay. I really like this dungeon. Get out of the way, I need to admire things.
Woo, hit that
Getting in the way of my admiring things. Alright, let me admire some... Oh, yes, bubbles. Alright. So, if I haven't said it before... Okay. If I haven't said it before, which I'm sure I have, but one of my favorite dungeons from Tales... Well, I had a couple favorites, but from Tales of Berseria was... There was this underwater one. It was kind of in-gamey, I would say. And it was super cool because there were clear points where you could see through the walls. They had glass set up just like this. And it looked so beautiful. It's one of my favorite dungeons. I really like it. And it looks like they're doing the same thing here. So, I gotta say, so far, this dungeon is A+. When the chalice is filled with water, the water connected to it flows, blocking the way through. Using fire to boil away the water will halt the waterfall and allow you to move onward. So these chalices sometimes serve other purposes as well. Other purposes we may in fact find as we proceed. You can insert something into that pedestal, so maybe you need that little red rock that we saw on the other one. Yeah. So let me guess, one of these rooms is going to have, you know, a treasure chest or something in it, and the other one's going to have this rock that we need. And then we're going to put it into the middle thing and we're going to proceed forward. Probably how this is gonna work. Wait, weren't you a guard? Were you a lizard guard this whole time?
I don't think we have a chance!
Rokuro's fast. I
Hey,
kind of like
is everyone
Rokuro for that.
alright?
He's very fast. I always particularly liked water temples. Maybe not in the Ocarina of Time, but just in general, because you can do a lot of cool things with water that look really cool, and also, if you're smart, can have really cool functions to go with them, like, you know, gameplay functions. You can make them do really cool puzzles, and then it also looks really cool. What did I tell you? One side had a chest, the other side has a rock. Took the rock. I just warped somewhere. Where the heck am I? I wasn't paying attention. I don't know where I went. That's a new area. We haven't been to that area yet, wherever it warped me to. But yeah, I really like these massive underwater temple-looking things. But they're not just massive for the sake of being massive like Sewer Dungeon was last time. It's massive, but it feels like it's supposed to be this big. You know, to allow for the water to fall through, if nothing else. There's a cool part of that same dungeon from Vesperia I was talking about where you had to raise and lower the water levels to get around. It wasn't like a dramatically big puzzle element, but it was kind of cool. It was better than the raise and lower water level thing from earlier in the game in the sewer dungeon thing or whatever.
Well, it wiped out the security for us, but...
Oh, look at that. Wolfie's got the crest of Aminoch. The same pendant worn by priestesses. Then that makes this demon...
Yeah, she must be the missing mother, Mahina.
Can't be.
Good job, you found her. Alright.
Don't just stand there. It's gonna eat you. I knew
Not used to the accidentally casting thing that I do sometimes. I like it when he stomps on people. That's my favorite move he does. That one right there. He stomps and then he punches. I love that move. Seems so disrespectful. I love it. So disrespectful.
To think a priestess, beloved by her village, would become a demon.
Was it probably because you were angry that the...
She's never going to be the same
Yeah.
again. This is the least I can do for her. So says Reason.
She was mad the Abbey came in and that caused her to become a demon, maybe?
Huh? That feeling. Damn!
You and your feelings, Laphicet. You let it
Let
get
the
away.
demon be. We don't need it.
Provides the ability to trigger random fatigue-related skills. I would assume you could add randomly to that. Trigger random fatigue-related skills randomly. Yes. The most terrifying of enemies, an enemy coming out of a wall. My favorite. Alright, well, let's go the very obvious way
That
forward.
demon. I guess she caught demon blight when she was looking for her daughter.
Yeah, that's what the girl at the inn said.
But even after turning into a demon, she's still searching for her daughter. Well, Rokuro, Kurogane, and Dial all remember what they wanted when they were human, right? Demon or not, she's a mother. It's no surprise she would still be protective of her child.
It could be that. Or it could be something else.
Well, I hope that's what it is.
I know that must be how she felt as a human. But demons don't have a sense of motherhood or any such thing. You saw how violent she was. She's not Mahina anymore. When she became a demon, she lost all capacity for empathy and love. It's heartbreaking, but it's the truth.
Velvet and Rokuro still have empathy.
One demon left unchecked could take 100 lives. And this one's even willing to attack exorcists. Demons can wipe out entire villages, even cities, just as they destroyed my village. Thus, my path is clear.
Eleanor is right.
Demon
There's no
murder in
turning
time.
back once you've changed. Perhaps it would be a mercy to grant her peace through death.
Eight-headed dragon.
Is Innominat really an Empyrean?
What makes you ask that all of a sudden?
Well, according to the song Grimm deciphered, Innominat is an eight-headed dragon, right? The Empyreans are supposed to be these holy beings, but using Therians to feed on malevolence sounds more sinister than divine to me.
You've got a point there. Empyreans are a type of Malachim, and that doesn't seem like any Malach we've seen. And even less so when we're talking an eight-headed dragon.
Is it so far-fetched?
What do you think will happen if the Therians come together in one place?
Well, it wouldn't be good. My guess is they'd merge together into a giant, horrific monster. The mighty beast will attack us with its 8 long, snake-like necks and 8 heads spitting hellfire!
I can see your worry.
Right? And that's 8 heads with only 6 of us to take them on. It'd be more than we could handle.
I'd have to conjure up a double or two.
You can do that?
Of course not.
Then why mention it?
What is it, Laphicet?
Do you think each head would act of its own free will? Because if they do, they'd be uncoordinated, bumping into each other and going this way and that, giving us an opening. If we fight as one united whole, I know we can win.
Yes! If we work hand in hand, victory is ours. Right, everyone? Huh?
Us, united? Have you looked at us recently?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Oh, dang it. Get out of here, Spearman.
I'll finish this!
I actually prefer to have Magilu as a standby character so I can swap her if I need to. So I'm probably going to do that between next chance I get. let me go swap out Magulu to be out.
In? Fine by me.
Because I do like being able to swap her if I need to.
It won't open. Is there some sort of trick to it?
Well, you could always try busting through it, but I wouldn't. Who knows what sort of traps you might trigger?
I know. Look at that diamond-shaped stone in the door. Haven't we seen that somewhere else?
You're right. It was on the pedestal with that chalice.
That huge thing? You must have some sharp eyes there.
I was more interested in what was inside that chalice.
So, what? That chalice is the key?
Somehow I doubt it'll be that simple. Some stones are colored, and some aren't. It must hold some kind of significance.
I think you're right.
Okay, so we're basically going to have to use all the chalices around in the area to unlock this thing. I'm assuming all of them lit up is good. Probably. Stay away from wall demons. Very dangerous. Yeah, I think that's where my warp point was. It was in there.
Are we ready for this?
When they all do their spells, you can really do some damage with that. That spell is so removed. You gotta keep your you gotta keep your souls up, but it's easy to do if you keep slapping him with this thing. You get a lot of souls that way.
It looks like no one is injured.
Bracelet that turns squares, punches into rapid fire barrage. Okay, so Eleanor got something new. Eleanor perform a multi-stage attack into the air. Its ability restores more HP than aerial strike, making it useful when low in HP. I might want to try that out, actually. Because I never found her aerial strike to be especially useful. It was okay, but compared to some of the other people's moves, it wasn't as interesting.
Whoa!
We've created a water bridge. Can we get through it, though? No, you can't, so there's no purpose to it existing. That's an interesting one. Still, it might prove useful eventually. So let's see if that lit the door. That did light the door a bit. So just keep doing that then.
Are we ready for this?
These guys are fast. Alright. I would say that's slightly better than it was before. Oh yeah, I think it also has Magulu's ability
Unarmed.
has this cool side effect where I think it makes all of your guys cast faster. There's a follow-up to Draconic Drive, after which Eisen will land, providing him the opportunity to chain the Break Soul into a combo. Let's try that one out. Also, Eisen, I'm sorry, but you're losing your eye patch. It was okay, but I think we're good now. Oh, hey there. Elevators. Is that an elevator on the other side too? Did I just not check it? Oh, I see. So this side, now we're gonna lose that water. I wonder if after making the water bridge I was supposed to turn the water off, and then the water stays there somehow. Well, we'll try it out in a bit. That leads to a hole. Oh yeah, right here. That'll light up the door, and I think it'll also stop the water flow there. Have you ever noticed in a lot of games that water looks less watery? It almost comes out slimy sometimes. That's kind of how I feel like the water in this game is. Not the standing water that's like down there. That water's okay, I think. But the water that's like falling down in the waterfalls, especially when it stops, almost looks like slime or gel or something. I don't really know how to describe it any better. It's just kind of what it looks like. Something's written on the monolith. The lock of the sacred sealed door is governed by the blue and white jewels of the 7 chalices. When the jewels of the chalices shine, the jewels of the door shall shine alike. The 7 jewels shine in unison, yes, so light them all, like I thought. So since we don't need anything else up there, why don't we turn the water back on then? Because I think we need it. I don't have enough to continue that move. We need more souls.
Victory is ours.
Expedition's back. Oh boy, I hope we found some cool treasure.
Take
This recipe looks real tasty.
Yum.
Scout ship settings.
Yeah, so let's turn this water back on, because as far as I can tell, there's nothing left for us to go up to this way, and we'll have to come back anyway to do it. I feel like the key for the other side is turning off the water. But being able to still walk across the bridge, maybe. Let's see. Ah, that elevator's in an upstate. That's why I can't use it. You remember from the beginning of Tales of Zestiria? Where there was that cool invisible bridge? That was such a cool opening segment. Yep, so that's the key. Water bridge is maintained. while the water falling itself isn't. Oops. Well, I hope you like that, Eisen. I usually give them to Velvet. You get the lucky leafy treat. Imagine if you fell down that way. You're never coming home. That's a long way down. Jewel. Think we need that for something? Get out of here, cat. Ah, well that was easy. Jewel fits into Monolith that is about 5 feet away. Maybe 10. Alright, so now we're going to turn the water back on, and then we'll go in that way that we just opened up. Skip. Please skip. Don't need to see animation of water falling. Which looks suspiciously slimy, I gotta say. It's kind of been the state of games as of recent. Slime water. It looks pretty decent, but after a while you're like, that water looks a little slimy. Alright, you're in the way.
We will need to be extremely wary.
Yep, and that allows you to continue your combo while also doing some damage. Yeah, Lossing set's pretty easy to control too. Which is surprising because he seems like he'd be a little bit harder.
We won, right? Right?
Alright, so this warps me back. I think the last step, because there was one that was kind of pointing back. I think the last step is to take the center one and light it again, and then use that warp point to go back. Because of course lighting the center one's going to make it so I can't proceed this way, but that's entirely what the warp's for, is to get me back there anyway. As soon as you activate the mechanism, you sense mana begin to permeate the temple. You seem to have released some kind of sealed energy. Oh, excellent. We've unleashed the dark forces of evil. Good thing we're demons. Maybe this is a good thing.